Good win over Bama. Thought we executed well in the 6-minute game, which really, we're down 3 with 6 minutes to go, and we were able to execute well down the stretch and find a way to win that. So, moving on to obviously a big game with Florida on Wednesday. They beat us every which way you could beat us when we played them a couple of weeks ago. I got outcoached. We got outplayed. It was a total beatdown, total takedown from start to finish by Florida. They picked on mismatches out of timeouts. They killed us on baseline out of bounds. They played harder than us. So it was just a total beatdown. And that was my fault for not having us ready and me not being as prepared as Coach White was, obviously. So we've got a big challenge. I've told you guys, this is a tough team for us to play. It's a tough matchup. And we're going to need to show that we've improved in the last 2 weeks and we've gotten better, and that we can we can handle what they throw at us a lot better than we did the first time around.
What are your thoughts on the ranking the top 10? What's coming forward?
Where are we ranked?
Yeah.
10. Okay. Great. I mean, what were we last week? 13. I mean, what's the difference in last week and this week? So, I mean, really we just got to keep getting better. And when you get up there, it's, a lot thinner margins, that sort of thing. But really that's not what we do it for. Oh, yeah, happy for Javonte. He was the newcomer of the week, right? Freshman of the week. Yeah, that was awesome. So, well-deserved. He's been playing great he's played great for us all season long. And certainly the last 2 weeks, he's taken his game to another level. And this past week, he was phenomenal. The start he got off to at Alabama, and just how well he played against A&M. So I love his focus. I love how he's been handling himself, and how he just keeps working, even though things are going well. He's working, and that's what you want. Well, I've said all along I think he's the best point guard in the country. So, top 5 for that award would put him in the top 5, right? So, Tremont's been great for us all season. He's done a phenomenal job for us. And, hopefully, it's all about winning. When you win, good things happen. If you win as a team, good things happen. The individual awards come. And so, I think our team's been put together well, and I think our guys enjoy playing with each other, and that's allowed us to flourish as a group. And then when you flourish as a group, the individual awards come. But Tremont's certainly been a huge part of what we've done all year. Well, that's a lot of news in one morning, huh?
When you came here 2 years ago, did you think you'd be able to have this much success in your secretary?
Well, we knew we were going to have it eventually. You don't know when it's going to come. But we have a special group. Everything's just kind of come together the right way. And, you can always have talent, but when the talent gets along like our guys do, you never know exactly how all that stuff's going to go. Through recruiting, you think you fit the right personalities, but sometimes you hit on it, sometimes you don't. We obviously hit on it, and it's propelled us to a solid season so far.
Were the expectations this high? Were the expectations this high? Did you think you thought this season?
Yeah. I thought we were really good. I thought we were really good from the beginning. We obviously hit some bumps in the road, and we didn't go as quickly as we thought we'd go. But I thought we had a very, very good team. I wasn't very bashful about that early on in the year. I knew we were going to be good. It took us a little bit longer to get there, but the process was probably good for us. And now we've got to finish it off.
When you get to this point in the season, the final home stretch, is there any concern that these games can maybe do more harm than good when we get down to?
What do you mean? We're playing for the SEC championship.
Well,
What's the harm in that?
Just like the projections and everything. I know you don't look into all that, but these final 2 games, can they do good or can they do harm?
If we win them, we win the SEC. That's good, right?
Yeah.
I don't understand. If we win them, we win the SEC. That's all that matters. So we got to put everything we got into winning Wednesday, and it's a huge challenge for us moving forward because, this is a team that's given us problems, and I told you these are the type teams that can get us beat when we end our season, and so, this is a big challenge for us. One, we need to do it to do the next step to try to win our first SEC title since 2009. I don't think we've ever gone 9-0 on the road in the league. I think it'd be the first time in history we've done that. We've been 8-0 one other time. So I mean, there's a lot to play for on Wednesday. Then if you know, depending on what happened Wednesday, you know, Saturday could be a lot to play for as well. So, you know, but we've got to show that one we can. I'm more interested. I mean, all that stuff's kind of out there. I'm more interested in can we be a lot better against a team like this? It's given us problems. It's kind of been a tough team for us to play. Can we be better against them when their back's against the wall? They're going to be ready to play, and in a tough environment on senior night when they've got Kayvon Allen and Hudson, they've got some very, very good players who are seniors, and Norris and Hall, who were seniors, torched us from Bama on Saturday. You know, can we respond to all that stuff? That's what I'm interested in. I think you can get a lot of positive out of that.
Tomorrow is going to the first game against Florida. How do you get more involved this time?
Well, he'll be feeling better. I think that'd be the number one thing. I just don't think he was himself. But they had a lot to do with it. They put length on him, and their ball screen defense is very, very good. Like I said, we got outcoached. I had a very, very poor plan of attack the first time against Florida. So we're going to change up what we do, and we're going to have a much better plan of attack. I don't put all that on our players. A lot of that was on my coaching and my lack of having us as prepared as we need to be.
There's no lack of motivation, but how much is that loss kind of a motivating factor for you?
I don't know about that. I don't know about motivating. It's just, you know, we've got to, we've got what we've got in front of us here, and this is the next game against a very good Florida team, and you know, we've got to play the next one and play as hard as we can, and certainly play better than we did in the first game against them. I look at it more as a challenge of, you know, can we get better against these type teams? I think that's the number one challenge. Can we get better and show some growth against these type teams that have given us problems? And we did against Alabama.
Can you define these type of teams?
Gritty, grimy, tough, defensive-minded teams that are very physical.
Is it something that players just aren't used to seeing as much, the physicality that's being held?
No, just be the way they throw you off rhythm. We can't. You're not as in rhythm all night, so you're always out of rhythm. You're always. You can't just dial stuff up all the time where you're in rhythm. So you're just always out of rhythm, and you've got to be able to play out of rhythm, and it takes a different type team to be able to do that. And hopefully we can make that adjustment and play that way.
Going back to Devontae, has he, obviously, high school player, he's a dominant player. Does he have to adjust to get into the basket and you find his offense in ways that things came out easier to him?
Well, I mean, I certainly think is, you know, every level you go up, there's differences, and I think that you know, certainly you're finishing over 6'10" kids at this level, you know, and so it's a little bit different, but you know, he's adjusted well. He's worked hard. He stays after and works with a 10-pound ball on his finishing and getting in there around the basket and doing what he needs to do. Sometimes he wears a weight vest when he does it. I mean, he does everything that he needs to do to put himself in position to be successful. I think he's gotten more explosive. He takes good care of his body, which has allowed him to hold up throughout the season. I mean, he's been playing major minutes for us the entire season, and you know, he's been able to take good care of his body, which has allowed him to hold up, and he's certainly hit his stride here, I think, as he's gotten more comfortable, as he's gotten more used to finishing over the length and seeing the length, and he's continued to work over that.
I think the sport doesn't matter. Football, basketball, baseball, college, many people downplay conference championships. Now, who cares about winning the conference? It's what you do in the postseason. You won a conference title at VCU. Conference championships still mean something.
Yeah, I mean, I think the hardest thing to do is win your regular season conference championship. Because everybody I mean, you can get lucky in a tournament, you know, or get bad luck in a tournament. That stuff but if you, like, you know, you guys know how much I love consistency. If you can win your regular season conference championship, that means you're consistent. And I think that's how things should be judged, is how consistent you are. You get in these one-game deals, these one-game, you know, tournaments. I mean, crazy things. I've been on the plus side of that. We went to a Final Four as an 11 seed from the first four. I mean, so I've been on the plus side of that, and I've been on the side where you get upset, and that's not a lot of fun either. One of my years at Chattanooga, when we were in a one-bid league, we tied for the conference championship. I think regular season we got the 2 seed, and we got beat by the 10 seed who won the 7-10 game, and we just got beaten. We probably had, I don't want to say we had the best team, but we certainly had. There was 2 of us, Wofford, who's just trucking everybody. Now, us and Wofford were clearly better than everybody else, and we had split during the regular season. We had won at their place, and they had won at our place. And, you know, we were clearly the 2 best teams, and one-game tournament, we got beat. And so, you know, I think the consistency over the regular season there's a lot to be said for that.
What do you see from Trevon that night?
You know, I thought he did what he needed to do. I thought he was, you know, we've talked. I thought he was a little tentative, but for good reason. You know, we knew we were in good rhythm, and I don't think he wanted to. He almost came in like I don't want to screw anything up. But I told him, I said, you know, we've been great with you all year, so you've got to be aggressive and do what you do. He made some big plays for us at the end with his defensive steals, and those sort of plays. I thought he did a great job at the end of the game, making plays, and you know, he'll grow and continue to get more comfortable. And you know, he'll be off his minutes restriction at Florida. We couldn't play him more than 25 minutes at Bama, so he'll be off the minutes restriction. So it'll be alley action free there.
You going to start him or you're not going to start him?
I don't. You guys made such a big deal about starting. I don't really know. It depends on practice the next couple of days. I don't know.